That's me having dinner.
Once more, we return to the drive-in. If he's aware of the absurdity of arming oneself with a few sentences and standing against a power that can pierce time itself, he doesn't show it. The man has his share of weaknesses, perhaps more, but cowardice is not among them.
Is this? I don't think this is where I parked last time. All right. I got any pages to find? Yeah, a couple, but I think that one I probably missed way earlier in the game, which is fine.
Oh, you got yourself a little plan, do you?
Yeah, I do. Boom, and might I add, shakalaka. Oh, fuck you, double fucking. I hate that. I don't know why it gets to me. It like as long as I can remember, getting stun locked because
We return to the drive-in.
there's no reason whatsoever why you couldn't have just sliced me once and done that amount of damage that would, but you just
The man has his share of
it's like it's designed to give you just a half second of hope. I think that's why it bothers me. I think that might be why it bothers me.
Oh, you got yourself a little plan, do you?
What the fuck just... Enemies came from places they didn't come from before. Enemies came from places they didn't come from before. I just want that known.
We return to the drive-in. If he's aware of the absurdity of arming oneself with a few sentences and standing against a power that can pierce time itself,
I'm the one who chose to play on Nightmare. I'm the one that chose to delete my save so I wouldn't have access to anything cool.
is not among them.
I made those choices. That was me. That was all me. I'm gonna shoot that.
Oh, you got yourself a little plan, do you?
There we go. All right, you get a split. right then. All things considered, that went surprisingly well. Give me all that goodies. Flip the middle switch, because that's how puzzles work. What, it's not the middle switch anymore? It used to just be the middle. You changed it up on me is what you did. You changed it up on me. Why'd you change it up on me? That didn't used to be there. Ow. I hate you. You know, it's at least it's not bad as in the Witcher. There's actually an enemy that does the exact same thing in The Witcher 3, where he does a double swipe, and you have to dodge both of them. Like, you press the dodge button, but then if you don't dodge again, you get hit by the second swipe. At least with this, you dodge the swipe and you're good. You're golden. You're a golden retriever, baby. All right, let's just fucking go. What are you doing? Why do you do the things that you do? I need to know why you do the things that you do. Is there a page over here? Is that why I'm able to come over here? No, of course there isn't. I'm just able to come over here because fuck me, that's why.
Never getting out of this wake. Never. Don't worry. I'll take care of your wife and your life.
Don't put that fucking song on and expect anything but excellence from me. All right? All right? Okay, no, I don't want the assault rifle. But I do see a page. No, I'm gonna Skyrim this shit. You watch, I'm Skyriming this shit. Okay, okay, and then and then and then yeah, 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 and yeah, and then yeah. I'm starting to think that there's like a flat invisible wall in front of all of it. That's not fair. You're not allowed to do that. When I want to Skyrim something, you're supposed to let me Skyrim it. Ah! Don't fucking throw a truck at me.
But I'll send you right back to the beginning.
I got the fucking Oh my god, I just realized that like 90% of the guys spawning now are the double guys. And they're doing that because you know why
Never getting out of this wake.
Oh,
Never.
you're going
Don't worry.
You're going to play the happy song again. You're going to play the happy song again. You're going to see what happens. What the you fucking double. Look. All right. You don't. Quack, 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 quack. And okay. And here's the main problem. Is that little does the same amount of damage as some guy with a sledgehammer going bam. If it did just like little bit of chip damage, because like you might play fighting games, you might be thinking, well, they got combos and that, but that's got chip damage. That's different. You can't have a little attack that does the same that
I'll take care of your wife and your life.
It's okay. My only problem was I didn't pick up the ammo. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. Fucking double whack whack motherfuckers. If I see one more double whack whack motherfucker, I'm gonna fucking lose my goddamn mind. Like, every video game I play, there's always one enemy that makes me want to fucking hurt people. I remember in Assassin's Creed 2, back when the games were good, out of all the enemies I could deal with, but there was this one type of enemy that had a mace. His weapon was a mace. And you want to know how he used this mace? He would hold it like this and go bang, 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 bang. Like he was fucking fencing. He was fencing with the mace, okay? He would go bang, 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 and it would stun lock you. And if you got banked once, it's done.
Think you're doing, but I'll send you right back to the beginning. When the Dark Man's eyes suddenly locked into Serena's, she flushed hot. They ignited a black fire in her. He was talking. He wanted the power turned off. He said something about the projector booth. She hooked a finger under his belt buckle. He grabbed a hold of her throat and twisted until it hurt. Somewhere deep inside, a part of her screamed in paralyzed horror, but the moan that escaped from her throat had no panic in it. "Pay attention," he said. "Business first." His eyes glittered shamelessly. Hers did too.
Okay. I mean, I guess. Normally, I would really be bothered by that kind of writing because I am so fucking sick of that fucking 50 Shades of Rape bullshit. The entire romance genre is overrun with shit that if someone did it in real life, they'd get hashtag me too'd. But apparently it's big fantasy and it makes me want to fucking hurt people. But with this, I don't get bothered by it because I get that it's it's the dark presence and the evil and everything that's making it effective. And once that's gone, you know, they don't feel the same way. Okay, projector's on and everything, but I'm still gonna go check.
Think whatever it is you're gonna do is gonna make a difference? This'll end up just like before.
Probably, but I'm still gonna go check on our friend. Will you jump?
held the film canister in my hands. I saw her name written across it in big letters, followed by the title. It was a time capsule, moments snatched from times gone by, from a past that I hoped could also be our future. It was my salvation, our chance to be together. A tin can with a bit of magic in it that she didn't even know about. Something I could put to good use. There were only moments left before I had to face him.
Well, fuck me. Set my balls and call me Charlie.
The clothes I wear now I shaped from dreams and memories. It's an old outfit, originally from the 90s. The last time I wore it was when I was still writing and Alice and I took a vacation in the desert before our troubles began. The night before, we'd been at a party, and I had dressed to the nines. On that lazy day, I put on these old clothes, worn and comfortable. Alice made a joke about grunge. I felt a little embarrassed, but I stuck with them. We were very happy. I'm sheathed in good memories to remind myself of what is at stake.
I think that it's a good look. So you can just shut it. I can't go in there and listen to the radio? What? No radio from me this time? There's no radio from me. No radio from me.
Oh, hey.
I'm hoping I can put an end to this now.
You'd better. I really don't want that to happen to me again. It's like somebody vomited in my brain, like a sleazy movie that keeps looping in my head.
I'll stop this, I swear.
You know the part that's really screwed up? If you mess it up, it'll just keep happening forever, right? I don't think I can deal with that.
Don't think about that.
I don't think of anything but.
Hey, afterwards, when all this is done, look me up. This thing, I can probably help you deal with it.
I don't know. It's almost like I'm not even in the same world anymore. Everything's just weird now.
Yeah, I know. A lot of that'll pass with time. But being touched by the darkness, it's rough on you. It's a lot to process. And I just don't want you to get completely screwed up by this.
Might be a little late for that, to be honest.
Yeah, well, there's degrees. At least you're not at a point where you go around picking fights with people over not changing their light bulbs often enough.
What?
Never mind. All I'm saying is, you're not alone with this. And anyway, you're friends with Alice, so, you know, any friend of hers.
Was that a reference to Symphony Weaver? That's a deep cut.
Hello, folks, and welcome to the third part of our pre-recorded interview with Serena Valdivia and renowned photographer Alice Wake.
What the fuck? Did I just get hurt by a folding chair? What is this, the fucking WWF?
I saw and happened to shoot. It's not a medium I'm very much at home with.
Do I smell what the Rock is cooking?
Maybe, but experience is another thing.
Because you're primarily a still photographer.
Yes.
I think I've gone a little loopy.
Snapshots. I frame something and try to pick the right moment, and then reveal that moment to people. Moving images are a different story. I'm still learning a lot about it, to be honest.
So this is a new thing for you?
Or maybe I'm just a slow learner. But showing it like this is definitely a new step for me. It's a little weird taking something this intimate and showing it to everybody. Not that the material itself is somehow shocking. It's just that those were private moments.
I want cheese curds.
It feels genuine. It's not so much a story as it is a sort of an echo.
I got these
You saw your husband at the
breaded
time. It's not really about
cheese
Alan
curds.
watching it. It's about you two together, I suppose.
I'm gonna.
It's funny looking at it now, especially now that it's been edited like that. It takes on a life of its
I'm
own.
gonna grab a handful of them.
A kind of
I'm put them in the oven.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. No, you're right. I'm glad you talked me into it.
Why did I get hurt by a folding chair? You know what the worst part of all this is? The very worst part is, you remember how I said I woke up 8 hours ago? Well, I assume it's 8, probably more. Well, I woke up, I watched like YouTube for like about 30 minutes while I got woke up, and then I decided I was in the mood to record one of those rare times, and when I stopped my footage before just to like check and everything, it had been 5 hours, and I don't know how long it's been now. But the worst part is, before that, when I say I woke up, that had only been after like 3 hours of sleep. I think if you watch this entire thing beginning to end, you can chart my descent into madness. I need someone to tell me, did I really get attacked by a folding chair? Did that? I need to replicate it, is what I need to do. I need to replicate the folding chair. I need to replicate it. I need to replicate it, or else I won't believe it happened. I must replicate. Please, folding chair. Come on. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Fucking do it. Undertake me. Come on. I've never watched wrestling. I think I got those names right. Now, let's just go. Let's just fucking go. Will you? Why am I stuck?
Pre-recorded interview with Serena Valdivia and renowned photographer Alice Wake. So, tell me about the film.
It's called Sunrise, and it really wasn't something I ever thought of as an actual film.
No,
It's just
look.
footage, things I saw and happened to shoot. It's
I want
not
you-
a medium I'm very much at home with. You shouldn't put yourself down. You've got a great eye. Maybe.
I want you to listen to me.
Another thing.
Because you're primarily a still photographer.
Yeah.
Where is my...
I'm really used to thinking of the world in terms of snapshots. I frame something and try to pick the right
Okay.
moment, and then reveal that moment to people.
The first time I encountered these things, I was able to beat each one by dropping a flare right in the middle of it and walking away and calling it a day. Yeah. Hey, Sledge Boy, how you doing? Hey there. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Okay. Okay. We're making progress. Drop the flare. Immediately get hurt somehow. There's more things sticking up. Ow, ow!
Recorded interview with Serena Valdivia and renowned photographer Alice Wink. So, tell me about the film.
You didn't tell me.
Called Sunrise, and it really wasn't something I ever thought of as an actual film.
You didn't tell me there'd be 4 of them this time.
Shoot. It's not a medium I'm very much at home with. You shouldn't put yourself down. You've got a great eye. Maybe, but experience is another thing.
Do you not, are you not aware of the law of threes? Huh? Huh? It's breaking that law is punishable by death, you know. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna get through this together. We're gonna do this. Okay. Is it just me? Or what do I keep getting hit by? All right. And then we gotta do this one raw. Come on. Bite the pillow, baby. I'm going in dry. Did I really say that? Did I say that, or did I imagine it? did I say that, or did I think it and then realize that's probably not something I should be saying out loud? One of the two. It's one of the two. I don't care which one.
Again, the champion of light enters the final trap. The new reality is almost here. All he needs to do is change the details of the scene, push it past the breaking point, and the rest will snap into place.
Film. Then what does this game have to do with anything? Is this like just like a game that like the developer made at some point and it's just like an Easter egg? I don't fucking know. Turn that. You go over there. Is there any ammo? I got the film reel. I got change the date. What else? Oh yeah, I gotta change the time. It's late. And I gotta put the movie in.
Oh, come on, buddy. Why don't you... What? What is this? No! No! You can't do this! All I did was take the things you always wanted and never had the balls to go for. It's my turn now. It's my life. It's my
Alan? Is it really you?
It's really me.
How? I love you.
I love you.
A woman, a man, two lovers, held apart for far too long, enveloped in the light of a glorious dawn. They both feel it. He's home at last. Are these actual events, or merely a dream? A memory, or a glimpse of what is to come? One thing is certain. This scene takes place in another time and another place, far, far away from Night Springs.
Dude. All right, we began this with me talking about how I always said so much that this was like I'm turning that down, duh. But I was talking originally that like when I played through the remaster, I was looking forward to this the whole time, and then it fucked me over. And then when all during the second game, I kept pointing out references to this, saying how good it was. And then I realized, well, fuck, I've got this on Steam. Maybe I should go back and see if it was as good as I remember. It is fucking as good as I remember. You goddamn fucking right. It was as good as I remember. I think that this was like a sign of what was to come. Because like Alan Wake 1 was very grounded. Matthew Pareda, the deer story. So yeah, that was him just like, I guess, talking, just chatting. And anyway, but like, listen, just listening. The first game was very grounded. It had some like, you know, silly elements, but it was trying to be, it was specifically trying to be a very specific type of, you know, I mean, it literally started with a Stephen King quote. I was trying to be a specific kind of horror. You can point to some of the cheesiness in Max Payne, but that was also trying to specifically ape like old noir and like the feelings that those gave. Written by M. Surratt. How you gonna not say his fucking first name? Happy song, Poets of Fall. You're goddamn right. But I feel like this is the first thing that Remedy did that showed like hints of what they would become. The cheesiness, the way the storytelling worked out, with the loop and everything. But I'm not saying that like they have, like, oh, they're the only ones that ever do looping storylines, but I mean, like, just the way that they the way they framed it, adding a level of like epicness to it, and like I get that I'm like very fucking sleep deprived. I'm gonna have my cheese curds and then I'm gonna take a nap. But what I'm saying is, you know, sadly there's a lot that I'm not going to get into about like the rights holders and how much of giant dicks Microsoft. Night Springs episode return, written by Alan Wake. Alan Wake's journey through the night will continue in 11 fucking years. They should do a patch to that to have it say in 11 years. Yeah, that was all just a dream that Barry was having. That was all just a dream Barry was having. That's all that was.
I'm gonna tell you a secret. There are places in our world where fiction and dreams can come true, powered by the dark energies leaking from beyond. These places are a battlefield in a war between the powers of light and darkness.
Look, okay. Am I going to say that this is like the best thing Remedy's done? No. Obviously, they have improved their craft. Objectively, Alan Wake 2 and even Control is better. And yes, a lot of this is nostalgia talking, but this is still my favorite thing they've ever done. There's just an atmosphere to it that I don't think they ever like truly matched. Because like I think they kind of suffer from, which it's funny because due to different rights holders like both Rockstar and whoever owns the rights to Quantum Break are a bunch of fucking cunts. Because it Rockstar is a massive fucking company. It would be nothing for them to say, yeah, you can make it canon that Max Payne is a character in your universe. Give us like a penny of royalties. It's no biggie, but they don't because they're cunts. But like it's like the same problem that like Marvel has with like connected universes and stuff, where the more things that get connected and the more convoluted it becomes, the less you feel that like okay, in this, Alan's story is like this thing unto itself, and there's this dark presence and stuff. But now that we know about like control and the FBC and everything, we know this is just another day on the fucking job. You know, this is just another fucking altered world event. There's a bunch of them. You ain't nothing special. And I think, and that's actually one of the reasons why I don't like comic books, because once every comic book in existence had to be part of a connected universe, and no one's special anymore. And it's like there's something special about this piece of content that I just don't think exists in anything else Remedy has done. And that's not to say there's nothing special in their other content. Everything they've done has something amazing. Max Payne with the bullet time and the comic book presentation, and just like it that is so cool. I'm looking forward to the well, not really. They are remaking them or remastering or whatever, but Rockstar owns that IP, and after what they did with the Grand Theft Auto trilogy remasters and what a shit show that was, I have no faith whatsoever. You know, Control does some things that I'm not going to talk about on the off chance that David watches this that just blow my fucking mind. Alan Wake 2, I actually have a script written for my Showered Thoughts channel that I never work on, because my favorite hobby is coming up with 15 different ventures to do, and then getting really depressed that I don't have the time or energy to do all of them. That's my pastime. But I have a whole script written titled Why Alan Wake 2 Gets Away with Breaking All the Rules. And it's all about how it takes everything that should and shouldn't be in horror and just says fuck you to the rule book and still manages to be great. The Lake House DLC for Alan Wake 2 might be one of the best pieces of horror media I've consumed ever. There's this type of horror that I like to call epic horror, because I don't think there's any other like term for it. And it's horror that gives a certain feel of epicness, and it's hard to pinpoint. I'll give some examples. If you've played the Alone in the Dark, the one that was really bad with the fire physics, even though to this day it still has the best fire physics that have not been done. And I think that might be why the game was so bad. They probably spent all their development time on those fire physics. It's a shit game, but there's this part near the beginning where you're driving through the city as like the ground is crumbling under you, and there's like this epic music, this like kind of half choir, half demonic like music in the background, and it's glitchy as fuck, so you're constantly crashing, but like it gives this epic feel. The Evil Within had a lot of those, like that thing where like you're going down the step, that staircase, and it breaks and you're hanging, and then you fall, and then it like turns into a hallway that you're tumbling through. There are so many things in the Evil Within and Evil Within 2 that accomplishes it. Um, some aspects of Alan Wake 2, like with the musical and certain other parts. Definitely some parts of Control. There's a movie called Malignant that has this scene. If you've seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, I'll try to explain it in a way that doesn't spoil it. Something falls onto the floor while a bunch of people are around it. And when they see what it is, it puts into context a lot of stuff you've seen throughout the movie, and this kind of epic music starts playing, and everything kind of goes into slow motion as you just take in the shock of what you've just realized. And that is a type of horror that is not done enough, and I want more of. And I think that Alan Wake's American Nightmare might be one of the earliest instances of that in video games. That, as far as horror goes. I like the characters. I think all three of the female characters were really well done. How they each reacted to like the situation in their own unique ways. Like, you know, especially with, I made jokes, but like the third character, how like the darkness was making her act that one way, and then like the very believable disgust she felt towards herself for acting that way. Nowadays people would probably call it like slut shaming, but that's not what it is, because it was non-consensual. She's feeling she I don't want to compare it to like rape or anything. But like it is like in a similar vein of like a feeling of just like disgust and like trauma. And I think she portrayed that very well, how she feels towards herself for the way she was acting when she was under that influence. The scientist being, you know, all skeptical, but then once she accepts that it's reality, she doesn't bat an eyelash. She's just like, well, cool, new science stuff to study. And then our stoner mechanic, gotta love her. But yeah, I feel like this, whatever like stupid tweets or whatever like misinformation that was spread that made people say, like, made a bunch of journalists put out articles saying that you didn't need to play this to understand Alan Wake 2 because it's not canon, is fucking stupid. What clearly happened here, in my opinion, was that this is one of the early drafts of Return. It even said in the credit, Return, written by Alan Wake. And Scratch was defeated, but the darkness wasn't fully defeated. So he was reunited with her, but not in real life. She made a film. Remember? You remember how in Alan Wake 2, there's that part where she pretends to jump off because she has to trick Alan into thinking she's dead? I think what we saw at the end was not them actually being reunited, but rather a part of her film being altered by what he had done and showing them reunited, not in real life, but in a film. So it's not real, and it never was real. Not even the acting, like the filming of it wasn't real. But I think what happened was Alan standing in the projection booth got to see a glimpse of what may someday happen of him being reunited with her. And I think that sometime after this, the Dark Place managed to pull him back in. But I think that's what's kind of spurred him on and gave him more hope. And in Alan Wake 2, they talk about how he'd written many drafts of Return, many different versions. There's literally a thing where he says there were many different versions, and we've only seen one version, with a slight bit of variation if you play New Game Plus. So I think this was just another version of Return, an earlier version. He used the Night Springs setting because he was familiar with it. Maybe he felt that since he was a writer on that show, he would have a connection to it and it would give some power over it. So this wasn't a successful attempt, but it was a step towards his end goal. That's my theory anyway. But yeah, I think this was amazing. I'm glad that I went back. I debated it for a while. I'm glad I went back and replayed it. In some ways, not objectively. Objectively, there's a lot of other stuff they've done that's way better. They've improved as a studio. But subjectively, this is probably my favorite thing that Remedy's ever made. But hope you liked it. Thank you for watching.